I'm Alex Frank of the Perfect Season Podcast, and here is your Wednesday morning sports update. Night 4 of the NBA playoffs saw a triple header that did not disappoint. It started with Miami taking a 2-0 series lead on the backs of Jimmy Butler's 45 points. They beat the Hawks 115 to 105. Ja Morant, with 23 points and 10 assists, led the Grizzlies to a bounce-back win 124 to 96 in Game 2 against Minnesota. And the Pelicans even their series with the West's top-seeded Suns 125 to 114. Tonight, a pair of Game 2s on TNT beginning at 7 with Boston hosting Brooklyn and continuing at 9:30 with the defending champion Bucks hosting the Bulls. Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Stephanie Reddy will have the call on TNT for Brooklyn and Boston. You can also catch the game on ESPN Radio with Mark Kestershare and PJ Carlissimo. The Bulls and the Bucks will be called by Gus Johnson, Greg Anthony, and Dennis Scott, while the Raptors host the 76ers tonight on NBA TV. That's Game 3. Kevin Calabro, Brendan Haywood, and Nabil Kareem will have the call from Toronto for that game. MLB Tuesday, Washington sweeping a doubleheader against Arizona 6-1 in Game 1 and 1-0 in Game 2. The Mets also sweeping a doubleheader against the Giants 5-4 in 10 innings in Game 1 and 3-1 in Game 2. Going around the country now, St. Louis beat Miami 5-1. The Yankees won at Detroit 4-2. Boston's bullpen allowed just one hit in a 2-1 win over Toronto. Wander Franco hit his first home run of the season while tallying 3 hits in Tampa Bay's 6-5 win at the Cubs. Corbin Burns struck out 10 in 7 innings as the Brewers beat the Pirates 5-2. The Angels beat the Astros 7-2. Salvador Perez hit 2 home runs in the Royals' 4-3 win over Minnesota. Colorado edged Philadelphia 6-5. Oakland over Baltimore 2-1. The Padres beat the Reds 6-2. Seattle also beat Texas by that same score. And Max Fried pitched 7 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts and just 2 hits in the Braves' 3-1 win at Los Angeles. NHL Tuesday night, Toronto with its 11th win in their last 13 games, a 5-2 win over Philadelphia. Minnesota with a 2-0 win over Montreal. They move into second place in the Central Division in the Western Conference. Detroit beat Tampa Bay 4-3 in a game where Steven Stamkos for the Lightning tied the franchise's all-time lead in assists. The Rangers have now won 50 games this season. They beat Winnipeg 3-0. Florida has now won 11 straight. They beat the Islanders 3-2. Nashville beat Calgary 3-2. In the win, Matt Duchene became the first player in Predators history with 40 goals in a season. Boston snapped St. Louis's 9-game winning streak with a 3-2 win. Ottawa beat Vancouver 4-3 in a shootout. The Kings over the Ducks 2-1, and San Jose got off the schneid, snapping their 10-game losing streak, beating Columbus 3-2. Tonight, NHL Network has the Stars and the Oilers at 8:30. We look at the standings. Carolina, the Rangers, and the Penguins atop the Metropolitan Division in the East. Florida, Toronto, and Tampa Bay atop the Eastern Conference's other division, the Atlantic. The first 2 wildcards right now, Boston and Washington. In the West, Colorado, Minnesota, and St. Louis top the Central Division, while Calgary, Edmonton, and Los Angeles are atop the Pacific. The next 2 wildcards currently are Nashville and Dallas. I'm Alex Frank of the Perfect Season Podcast. That is your Wednesday morning sports update.